everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Sorry, I like to talk in accents sometimes. So today I'm going to be doing this, can you guess it, Mad Hatter look. I've decided to do a series, and the theme, if you haven't guessed already, is going to be Alice in Wonderland. So I'll be doing a few makeup tutorials based on that theme. So today's look is going to be the Mad Hatter. Also, I made the hat myself, and I decided to kind of do my own version on this. I didn't really want to do exactly like in the movie. I wanted to have fun with it and just recreate my own version. So if you'd like to see how I did this, then just keep on watching. Alright, so first thing, don't mind the wig cap. I just washed my hair yesterday and I don't feel like getting makeup in it. So first thing, we're going to do our base. I'm taking Mehron white face paint and a makeup sponge, face painting sponge, and dabbing that all over my face. Next, I'm going to go in with my airbrush. This is a Iwata Revolution, and I'm going to be taking Cameleon Bodypaint water-based makeup in the color Snow White. It's just a white. I'm just gonna put this on top of that face paint just to give it a more smoother and white complexion. Next, we're gonna start contouring. I'm taking Vibe water-based airbrush makeup. This is the pink one. And I'm going to be focusing that around the forehead, the temples here, and bringing the contour down into a kind of, how would I say that? A little bend over here. I'm aware that not everybody has an airbrush, so you can totally achieve this without an airbrush. Just use eyeshadows. Next, I'm going to go in with the purple. This one is from Kryolan and it's called Arctic. And I'm just going to go over that, but with the purple. Next, I'm going to go in with the eyeshadow. I'm going to darken it a little bit more. I'm going to take a darker purple. This is the Morphe 35B palette. And these eyeshadows don't have names, so I'm just going to point to it. So I'm going in with this one right here. If you can see that, it's just a kind of medium purple. And I'm just going over some of those areas just to darken it up a bit. Using that same purple, I'm just going to contour the nose because it's kind of hard to do on yourself with an airbrush. I'm just starting at the very front of my brow and just bringing it down. I'm also going to add a little bit of pink to help blend it out, so I'm going to be using this color right here. Alright, so we're going to start on the eyes as per usual. I'm going to prime my eyelids using the NYX white eyeshadow base. When I'm working with colorful eyeshadows, I really like to put a white base. That way it's going to make your colors pop out a lot more. And as usual, I like to set my eyeshadow bases. Sometimes when you're putting your eyeshadow, you're starting your eyeshadow and you put it directly on top, it's kind of hard to blend out. So doing this step, I find, for me anyway, it helps blend out my colors a lot better. So I'm just using the white eyeshadow from the Morphe 35B palette. Alright, so I'm going to do each eye a different color. I'm not going to do it exactly like the movie. I'm going to have a little bit more fun with this, make it into my own version. So I'm going to be doing this side blue. So I'm going to go in first with a kind of lighter transition color. This is Star Crushed Minerals Tiffany loose eyeshadow. It's just a nice light blue. And with a fluffy brush, I'm just going to put that into my crease. Make sure to tap off the excess pigment so it doesn't fall over your white face everywhere. Not really worried if it gets on my eyelid because we're going to be putting blue there anyway. I'm going to bring it up into the inner corner underneath the brow. And I'm just using circular motions to help blend it out at the same time. Using the Morphe 35B palette again. I'm pretty much going to be using this throughout my whole tutorial. So I'm going in with this blue over here. And I'm just going to use that same brush, just dab a bit on, and also put that into my crease and also a bit on the lid. Blending it into that light blue we just put. With that same palette, I'm going to go in with a little bit of a darker blue. I'm going to go in with this one here. And just kind of deepen up some of those blues at the inner corner right here. And on the outer corner here, I'm leaving the middle of my lid kind of blank so I can add a highlight there, kind of like a halo eye. And then I'm just gonna go back in with the white eyeshadow and just kind of soften up the top over here and blend everything, make sure everything is blended nicely. Next, I'm going to be going in with Colourpop Cosmetics. This is the Super Shock eyeshadows. This one is called Liberty, and it is an amazing silver. I'm just going to take some of that onto my finger and place it in the very center of the lid. Just tapping it on. Take some of that and put it underneath the eyebrow right here. Next, I'm going to be taking this light orange right here, and I'm going to be putting that underneath the eye. Next, I'm going to go in with that same brush and take the yellow right here and just kind of blend that out. Be careful when you get to the edge here. I'm not blending these two colors together. They are, how do you say that? Complementary colors. So they are a little bit hard to blend together. You don't want anything to get muddy and like look like a mess. So I'm just kind of lightly dabbing and not blending them into each other because I am going to be putting a liner there anyway. And then finally, I'm just going to go in with a darker orange and just darken up right underneath the lash line. So I'm going in with this orange here. Alright, so that is that for that eye for now. Now I'm going to move on to the next eye. The top part I'm going to do kind of pinky purple. So I'm going in with this pinky purple shade from that same palette again with a fluffy brush and putting this into the crease. I'm following the same steps I did for the other eye. So up to the brow bone, on the inner corner, and just blending it out. Then I'm gonna go in with a brighter pink, this one over here, and just go over that again. I'm gonna go in with that same purple I used to contour my face. This one over here. And again, I'm gonna go in with Liberty from Colourpop and do the exact same thing as the other eye. Alright, so now we're gonna do underneath this eye. I'm gonna be doing green shades. So I'm gonna go in with my lightest green from that palette, which is this one right here. And we're gonna be doing the same thing again as the other side. I'm using a fluffier brush to apply it as well, that way I can blend it out at the same time. And again, not mixing these two colors into each other. Again, I'm gonna go in with that same yellow. Blend out the lime. Then I'm going to go in with a darker green, this one here. Also gonna add a darker green right here, just a bit on the inner corner and outer corners. Next, I'm going in with Colourpop again. This one is called Chipper, and it's just a very, very nice minty green with a shitload of shimmer and sparkle in it. These eyeshadows are freaking amazing. So I'm just putting that on my finger again and putting that underneath. I'm not putting it everywhere, just focusing it more on the center. I'm gonna go in with this shimmery yellow from that same palette and just put that underneath the eye here, because I kind of put shimmer on all the other sides except this one. So I'm just gonna add a bit so it matches. Yes. Alright, so next we're gonna do the liner. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a white liquid liner, so I'm just using Facepaint. If you are, however, like wearing this all day or for the evening, you might want to use a white liner instead, because Facepaint, it is water-based, so if you shed a tear or something, it might run. But this is all I got for now, so that's what I'm using. Next, we're going to paint our eyelashes white using that same white face paint. Lastly, we're going to do the lips. I'm using this Fuchsia lip pencil from Annabelle Cosmetics. Just going to line my lips with that. Next, I'm going to fill them in. I'm going to be using this Passion Berry Lip Quad. This is from Coastal Scents. I've had it for the longest time and I don't even remember the last time I used it, but we're going to use it today. So I'm taking this kind of Barbie pink shade right here and I'm going to fill in my lips with that. I'm going to go in again with Colourpop Liberty and just apply that to the very center of the lid to give it a bit of highlight. Alright, so I was literally like about to finish and then I was looking at my face, I'm like, wait, something's not right. I forgot to do my freaking eyebrows. So I'm going to be taking a angled brush like this and taking Mehron light pink face paint, and I'm just going to be doing kind of brush strokes of flicking up so that it looks like their hairy pink brows. I'm also going to be using Mehron dark pink face paint and do the same thing again. So here is the finished look.